Hello everyone, this is Zoltar and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. We are once again going to be venturing forward with our new Abomination group. This time actually heading into the Cove, which we're hopeful they're actually going to be, reasonably okay at. With a short little run to retrieve some Vengeful Greaves, all we gotta do is complete 100% of room battles. So let's see if they can get it done. Gonna bring a fair amount of equipment along. I don't need to get ridiculous with it. I think shovels are still useful in the Cove. I'll take a couple. Like an anti-venom, anti-venom. A few bandages. I think herbs have their uses. Just bring a small smattering of other stuff and plenty of torches as well. Okay. Alright.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
I think I can actually shovel this open, if I remember correctly, or I can just break it open. Don't necessarily want to blow a shovel right away. There's still booty inside. Well, nothing particularly helpful. We do need to, of course, investigate this back room, because we have to complete 100% of all room battles. Also, the cat has decided that this very moment is exactly when he most requires attention. Making sure that he makes that known to. Yeah, I see you. I do. There we go. He's being very disruptive. Which usually he doesn't do while I'm busy. So apparently he's just feeling very, very needy right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and just... There you go. That's what I'm talking about. It's pretty nice, actually. That's a pretty nice group of stuff happening back there. We can also go ahead and just plague grenade everything. Aha! That should pretty easily get some nice kills for us. And I suppose with that, we could bellow, which is 1 to 2 damage, possibly killing this grouper. Yeah. So it'll be blighted for 6. Now all we gotta worry about is this deep stinger, which is, kind of a concern, given that it can do that. And then the sea maggot, which is generally less of a concern, although that's not so good for us, since it's actually being a little successful in what it's trying to do. Alright, let's go ahead and... Yeah, Absolution is just potentially a very helpful skill for this guy to have, I'm just saying. Why don't we just go ahead and chain this guy? Nope, never mind. The dodge coming out. Stab him? Stop dodging! Rude. Alright, he took his stun. That's fine. That means he's effectively dead. By the time he gets another turn, the blight will kill him. So all we gotta worry about is this maggot now, which should die stupid easy to the Plague Doctor. So it shouldn't be much of a concern at all. We'll go ahead and reconstruct. No bleed, no bleed, no bleed. Oh well, whatever. Noxious Blast. Since we didn't get the 1 damage because of all that prot, we actually do need to do a little bit more to him. The Rampart should guarantee it for the minimum 1 that we need. And now everybody will bleed out. I guess we can go ahead and Absolution. No reason not to, right?
Slowly. Gently.
I almost wish that provided -1 stress to everybody else too. They're like, okay, maybe he's not so bad. Look at him. He's being okay in the corner there. I'd be okay with it. No battle this time. We do get a nice little bit of a scout though. And of course, a battle springs up behind us along with a trap, which is the thing our group is terrible at dealing with. I think 30% is the best we still get out of this group, because most of them are base 10, and then the Plague Doctor is base 20. So that sucks. But these traps, I don't think, are going to be too much of a problem for us. Might make us bleed, I guess. Got a madman back there. We got to worry about him. I'm tired of him appearing so often. He doesn't need to be doing that. Throw up all over everyone again. Maybe it would have been worthwhile to transform and see if I could get that madman burned down quickly. I'm always worried about him. And artillery again. That's a decent start to the fight, at least. We can go ahead and yell at them all again, too. I love that speed debuff in particular. That's why I love the yell. Like -5 speed. That's so much negative speed. That sucks. Because of that extra stress damage, that's the big deal about it, obviously. Now, he can always just sit in the corner and Absolution away to kind of help with this, but that's not nice. Not nice to be hitting our Abomination so much. I know he's not a pleasant character, but still. Alright, let's Noxious Blast. Good, up to 6. Reconstruction. Whoa, that was weak. Okay. That was so weak, I think. We're going to go with Retribution here. 2 to 3, basically 50-50 odds. Not going to make it. That sucks. I could just chain him down, probably, but I'm going to heal instead. In the hopes that it just leaves me alone. It's not going to. As long as we're not getting crit, we should still be okay. But this is really frustrating. I hate it when the game just decides to do this. There's nothing you can do about it, from what I know. You just have to put up with the fact that the game has decided that guy pretty much just needs to die, and then the game gets mad at you when you sit around trying to heal through it. It's like, ugh, it's disgusting. Thank you for not just attacking the same guy over and over again. Unfortunately, we don't get any more heals now. I guess we will just go for the Rampart to try and get the crit.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright, well, we've been finding some food. So let's blow through that. Stupid, silly little fight, but whatever. More barnacles. Let's bust it open. I think it has a chance of, like, plague or something if we miss. No, nasty gash. Shoot. That means we were guessing wrong. Okay, so nasty gash. We got to remember that. Because, obviously, our plague doctor's bleed resist is actually atrocious. But we have other characters around who have much more solid bleed resist. Like, I think our Man-at-Arms in particular. Yeah, he's at 50. That thin-blooded. Not so problematic in here, actually, but just, you know, a minor annoyance. I should have healed that. We'll still do it now. I could have prevented all that damage. Trap! Reduced speed and a lot of stress. Man, that's actually a pretty serious trap. Why do the traps give you, like, 12 turns, and the nice things give you 3? We know why. It's because it's Darkest Dungeon. Alright, looks like there's a fight that direction, so I will have to go that way. Although I didn't have to go that way immediately. I could potentially wander up here, backtrack, and then go into the room fight. This feels awkward, though. It's maybe wasting time in kind of an odd way, risking extra fights, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, we got lucky. They were surprised. We're still going to blow a torch here just to kind of keep their dim... We're going to blow 2 torches. Let's just keep everything low and in our favor. I'm really tempted to just transform. I guess we could just puke all over everything again, though. Let's do it. I suppose that's probably fine. Artillery again. Alright. I think I really would like to, instead of bellowing this time, well, bellowing is still really nice. Keep them slow. I was tempted to go for the Rampart, but I think the bellow will end up being a little more helpful. Good. That sucks. That's our healer you're stunning over there. We kind of need him. Rude. Alright, let's smack him around with the chain. Figures. Healer can't do anything. Plague Doctor, I guess, could go ahead and work on finishing up that Deep Stinger. Yeah, he'll die easily now. And then we'll just go for a stun. Not a particularly likely stun, but still something worth going for, considering we need some healing badly. Alright, the bleed hit, but that's not too bad, actually. Considering the Plague Doctor can just heal it. the stun again. Yeah, okay, he does still cure himself. He doesn't heal himself, but he cures himself, and that's good enough. Chain. Worst chain. His accuracy is not strong. There you go. 8. Even with the bleed, that's well worth it. I think we'll actually just go for the kill here and take the damage. That way he can't do anything else crazy. Keep trying for crits, because why not?
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay. Good. Found some food. Certainly not a bad thing. I'm gonna actually eat some food right now then. Yeah, you're bleeding very, very lightly back there. I know. It's awful. Alright, full scout of the rest of the place. Always nice. We do see there are a couple more room battles up there, so we'll have to go through the whole place for sure. But first we need to turn around. Obviously, all that movement was to just get rid of the negative trap effect in these hallway fights for sure, before moving on to the room fight, which was sure to be a little bit bigger. Oh, good. Well, that actually worked out just fine. Blight resist, bleed resist, disease resist, and debuff resist. Not necessarily who I would have chosen for it, but the bleed resist is certainly a solid thing. Pelagic groupers. Just a whole group of them. Well, let's puke on them. No, they dodged it. Unfortunate. I suppose we'll go for a single target then. Aim for the second one here. And they can cut away at the man-at-arms at first, I suppose. They do deal a lot of damage, though. Okay. Do we heal? I think we heal. It was a nice, strong heal on the man-at-arms, at least. Man, they deal so much damage. If we can stun this guy out... Nope. Never mind. Not important, because we're not going to. Okay, he has at most one more turn, that grouper, so we don't want to hit him. We could just hit this other one. That's fine. Heal the good doctor. Okay, that should be fine. 5 damage is kind of whatever. Why don't we aim for the stun here? Man, sad. So here's his last turn. He is going to use it to almost kill our abomination immediately.
The end approaches.
Okay, good. That's not on the abomination. We might be okay. Might being the operative word. Neither of those have a turn, so the clear choice is to
Well struck.
go for the stun. We were successful with that, so nobody's dying today. Goodbye. I really think that Blight should give stress relief. I'm just saying. Don't want to attack that guy just yet. We'll just toss out the minor heal. Toss out the real heal. Good. Absolution. I'm actually going to yell at them just to reduce their speed. Take that 5 speed reduction. That'll let us maybe more easily cycle through heals once more without taking extra damage because of it. I really should be transforming him a bit more, shouldn't I? Alright, that guarantees the kill. I suppose he could heal himself. That's kind of okay. Very nice. Take the hit anyway for the stress relief.
Success so clearly in view.
I don't know if these guys can actually eat anymore.
Or is it
Okay, yeah, he
merely
can. That's
a
good.
trick of the light?
Eat a little more food. Grab the stuff. A map! How useful! Alright. It's our first actual hunger tile. Which I guess is fine. Keep that torch lit. Ooh. This could be a little dangerous. Brigand bloodletters are nothing to ignore. Let's actually go for the stun this time. Dodge. That sucks. I was really hoping to avoid blanket fire. We don't have a great way to deal with that in a lot of ways. I think I'm going to go for the puke first. A crit, okay. Which I don't know if that actually does anything. It just made the crit noise. That's artillery. Not great artillery, but it's something. Yell at him. Yeah, didn't get the fast one even. It is nice that their speed can go negative, though. Oh, that's really not good. Okay, that's okay. We can actually handle that. Plus, it debuffs him so that he's got all these negatives going on now that he used that. We'll go for the stun, I guess? Yeah, I still want to try and actually land that stun. There we go. That feels better. That feels better. You are going to go ahead and heal yourself. Try not to bleed anymore. Failure. Transform time. Stress everybody out. I could just rage against this guy. The other option is to try and knock him all the way back. And he does have some resistance to that, but if it succeeds, it's so good. Plus, we deal a ton of damage anyway. There you go. See? It worked out. I could actually try and stun him, too. Well, can't get everything. But now he's way in the back. He has to use punishment from back there, which is just not particularly effective. Also, this maneuvered our abomination back into position, which is good. He'll probably rake next turn anyway, because rake is so good in this circumstance, but maybe not, though. Well, let's go ahead and take that hit there. We might end up just yelling at everybody again. That's a distinct possibility. Bandage. Okay, so there's no reason to worry about him, because he got his turn in. And he's going to die next turn anyway. Yeah, you're getting more and more stressed out. I know. We can just have him turn back. I think Chain can hit the front row, right? Can it? Maybe it can't. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Yeah, Chain can hit the front row. Okay. So we'll just turn back, which I don't think takes our turn. It just is what it is. We are debuffed, but whatever. That's fine. Chain you down. Okay, we got the stun, so he's not guaranteed dead, I don't think, because his blight ran out. But we don't want to do anything about him right now. That way we can leave the bloodletter. Actually, if we just smack him around, it'll probably leave a corpse, and we'll probably be okay. Yeah, even knocking the corpse back, that's fine. He just has to use his punishment, which is his bad skill. It's stress, it's bleed, but it's not area of effect stress and bleed. Although, sheesh, that's getting ridiculous. Sheer amount of bleed he's having to deal with is getting a little silly. That one bled out, so no corpse. Which is fine, we'll just blight this guy on down. Let's see. Manacles are 50%. The bile does nothing, though, so... Alright, no more turns for him. Works for me. Goodbye.
Just size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
There you go. And we actually used the transform, which we don't do all that often. I think this thing is actually helpful. Let's try some holy water. Yeah! Nice big damage buff until camp. That's nice. I suppose we'll bandage this. We're out of bandages now, but yeah. It happens. We're still okay overall. We're not in that bad a shape. I could even eat a little bit if I really needed to, but I'm not going to. We're down to 8 food. 2 hunger tiles is all we can take from here on out, so we'll just be a little patient with it. Yeah. You're walking down hallways. It's awful. I know. Alright, Plague Doctor, you're up again. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Ancient traps.
At least we can control that he's the one getting the speed debuff. I don't know if it's great for him to have a giant negative speed debuff, but it's something to think about for the future. That's what that seems to be doing, is the dodge and speed debuff. Ugh, eating again. Sucks. Torch, 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 torch. Keep that light radiant. Oh, and this is a scary group. Okay, we've got that drowned thrall, which I've learned we absolutely need to bring down, period. It's so tempting, actually, to transform, to take it out, because that's how terrifying it is. Like, we can just rage against it and kill it so fast. We're not doing too bad on stress. But stress is permanent, and I'd rather avoid it, unless I absolutely have to. He's stunned. Let's go ahead and artillery him, though, this time. Okay, down to 2 hit points on him. The shaman's not doing great either. I'm going to go for the blight. And I guess just hope the shaman doesn't heal him. The blight itself is crazy strong. Actually, let's just yell. There. Unfortunately, not quite enough to bring the shaman down, but other than that, we're kind of actually doing okay. Shaman, what are you going to do? Yeah, that's rude. That's also rude. We might actually just Absolution out of him this turn, although Bile could work too. Small heal, no bleed at least. I guess we'll Bile. Man, he resisted the Blight? That's a little weird. It's only got 10% chance for Blight resist. That's not very high, realistically. Let's see if we can get the stun. Come on, give it to me. Yes, okay, good. Got it. I'm really concerned because our Abomination's really low on health. He's no longer protected, so we'll go for him. He's very much a concern right now. The grouper back there. With our Abomination this low on hit points, we're not in a good spot. I could just go for the stun instead of the heal. That also guarantees his death because of the plague, the blight, whatever. That's fine. Let's blight you. Heal. Oh, come on. Nah, with the bleed too. That was actually a negative all of a sudden. It means we have to go for these stuns just to try and keep the Abomination in it and not bleeding out. Okay, not on the Abomination. That's super important. Who is probably just going to be Absolutioning from here. Good. Alright, come on. Stop tearing him apart and start fixing him better. Alright, fix the bleed. And we have to probably go ahead and actually kill him next turn. Although I don't think the Abomination is needed for it. He can keep healing. We're actually going to cure the Man-at-Arms. All we need is 4 damage. So I think this is the best way to go about getting it. There, we got the 4. We'll go for the crit once again. And there you are.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Alright, just a couple fights left. They are going to be serious ones, though, it looks like. No surprise this time, which we've been getting pretty fortunate with the surprises. So it's kind of sad not to get it this time. I'm actually a bit concerned about this one. So we're just going to stress out. And tear into the grouper. Just making sure he doesn't cause a serious problem, you know? Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring you forward. I know that would have just knocked him right back, but it still gets rid of the corpse, and it seemed reasonable. Regardless, now he's blighted, so he should have a hard time dealing with that. Abomination, why don't you just kill him? Abomination's good at anything. It is murdering people. That's not nice. This is always going to be my biggest concern about this group. Just straight up stress. Apparently the Abomination can manage his own stress well enough if given a little time, but everybody else I'm a lot more concerned about. Should go ahead and go for a cure. Alright, that worked out. Bye-bye.
Seize this momentum. Push on to
Alright.
the task's end.
Well, we got some stuff, which is nice. Oh, great. Okay. And our last little fight. Pop that torch.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Ah, take that.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Alright, let's take that stun first. Good. Bile.
Decisive.
Very nice. You're already stunned, so let's just yell at all of you. Hopefully it'll be easy to clean this up from here. One solid plague from the Plague Doctor kind of guarantees fixing a lot of this. I'm a little concerned about that bleed that we don't have bandages for, though, so maybe it's better to... maybe it's better just to hit you. Now the Plague Doctor can fix the bleed from that crit. Then we can artillery for the kill. And stun. There. It all kind of worked out. It was a little more awkward than I would have liked because of that crit bleed. I really didn't want to let that just sitting around. Because that was 10 damage on top of the crit damage, right? It's crazy. It's what it is. Plague, plague, plague. I'd like to just use a little tiny attack to finish off the brawler. That'll work. You're already stunned. Let's just get the counterattack rolling out. Alright. Should be good. Just about cleaned up this whole area now. Definitely can go ahead and toss out a heal. Oh, Jester, how I miss you. I don't need to worry about Absolution. Let's just kill him. Alright, sure. Makes things easier. And as long as the Plague Doctor hits, he'll just bleed out anyway. Aha! Got it done.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. The pungent odor abates. The things are
Could wait for all the treasure. Not going to. Don't really care all that much. What happened? Ruins Tactician, Faded, Calm, and Tough. And actually, that's not the worst thing ever, really. Like, Ruins Tactician is mostly worthless. Calm, I really wish Calm wasn't just, like, straight negative, and it's like, you're calm. You handle stress better. Like, something like that, you know? Like Rabies, how it's both a negative and whatever. Look, it's not as bad as it could have been.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Kind of curious. Did I remember to get trinkets equipped to people for that one? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I was straight trinketless, and they were still just fine. All right, whatever works. I wonder if actually we should probably get Baldry a cleansing crystal, just for that bleed resist and negative bleed chance that it carries. I really hope that would work with Weird Reconstruction. Also, I think, let's check the guild, just make sure I got all of them leveled up. I didn't even level up their skills. How did this happen? Let's at least level up the skills I'm using. How awful is that? Obviously, that's all of them for the Abomination. That's what I'm actually using. Although I'll level up all of yours just because there's a chance I'll equip them. And same thing here. We'll just level them all up just in case. I guess I could grab these. I just don't really care all that much. Like, I never use them. They're so weak compared to what he can actually do otherwise. Like, compared to, I'm going to make all of you slow and weak at dodging. Like, unless I'm in a boss fight, why wouldn't I use that? Genuinely curious here. Upgrade all your stuff. Man, this would have been easier. Could have been a lot easier. Oh well. It's done now, so next time they'll have an even easier time of it. Unfortunately, it looks like we do need to take a bit of a break for them. Because, a little bit stressed out. A little bit messed up. You know, just small details that we need to worry about. So why don't we go ahead and send you to the bar. The rest of these I don't think need to worry about stress so much, so we're going to send them to the treatment ward up here. Go ahead and get rid of Thin-Blooded. Don't need to lock in Warren's Adventurer, I don't think. You, I guess, can get rid of Lazy Eye. I think that's actually affecting both the Bile and the Chain, from what I've seen. So we'll get rid of that. And then Sidiomania actually really worries me, because sometimes you really want that food, and then they just pop up, and they're like, nope, mine. Okay, and actually, I'm really tempted to lock in Cove Explorer, although I don't think it's necessary just yet, so we're not going to. There you go. Okay. We're all fixed up. Everybody's going to be ready to go in a couple of times. Unfortunately, that can't really happen just yet. Thankfully, we are getting closer and closer to the point where we can actually go after the Siren, so hopefully that'll happen before too long. Obviously, this is the only group we have left who could potentially do it. Everybody else is like, I must be challenged if I am to improve, and they won't actually go fight bosses even. Which is sad, but I suppose it's the way it has to be. Alright guys, we're all done here. Ready to move on forward. Gotta head into the next week, but you guys don't want to see that because it's all going to be boring and useless, so I'll probably see you guys eventually once we're ready to actually fight the Siren. But for now, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.